Audi Short Film Award. Please have a welcome for Momoko Seto and her film Planet Sigma.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And how's your feeling now? ご感想をちょっと教えていただければ。
I was really not expected about this prize, so I'm very used to not to get the prize in the film festival, so so I was like, okay, what to expect? So I didn't, of course, do any speech beforehand, and so. When they called my name, and it was the first prize during the ceremony, so it was so quick, and so I was like, I said, okay, I would say that, and on the stage, everything just blew up, and blew out. So I forgot everything and just say thank you.
Winner of the Silver Bear from the Silver Bear Jury Prize for Short Film. Please have a welcome for Joanna Arnaud and Bad at Dancing.
How did you manage to put it all together? Because it could also be a, let's say, bigger film.
Thank you. Well, in my films, I like to have a very fast pace because I don't want to over-explain or weigh the stories down with too much exposition. I like not to tell the audience how to feel, which also tends to slow the film down, but you know, not over-explain in this film why my character is walking into the room and why the roommates don't stop her, and leave the film open to multiple interpretations. So I wanted to keep a fast pace.
Winner of the Golden Bear for the Best Short Film, Hosanna. Please have a welcome for Na Young Kil.
You asked a question about healing, whether I wanted to provide healing or whether I wanted to show hope in this film. Actually, I want to show the very deep despair, where you really are able to recognize yourself so as to prove this. You can see a future out of this deep despair. In my opinion, we need to fall deeper so as to have hope again.
Have you here. Congratulations to the Golden Bear. Thanks for being presenting Hosanna Na Young Kil. The winner of the Best Feature Award, endowed with €50,000, funded by the GWFF. Please have a welcome for 60 millas, 600 miles, Gabriel Ripstein.
I would like to know what you will do with the money. Will you initiate a new project that you've already started to think about? 25,000 will be spent in Berlin. We will paint the town red, and with the remaining bit, we'll see what will happen.
I just want to say something very interesting about Gabriel. He never, before shooting this film, held a camera in his hands. He's been a producer and a writer, and he jumped at it out of the blue, and he's very brave, and we're so proud of him.
Now we're going on with the prizes for the international jury. The Silver Bear for Outstanding Artistic Contribution in the category Camera, Editing, Music Score, Costumes or Set Design. Please have a welcome for Sturla Brand Grövlen for Victoria.
I feel amazed. I feel so grateful and honored. This film is really a team effort, because every second when we're doing the film is gonna show up on the screen. So everybody on the team had to be on their toes and do their best for every second of that film, and that's has been such a privilege for me to work with amazing people, both in the team and in the cast. Yeah.
Did you also experience the festival in one take?
Oh, it's all a blur, I think.
The Silver Bear for an outstanding artistic contribution goes ex aequo to Under Electric Clouds from Alexei German, Junior, Ukraine, Poland, and Russian Federation. Please have a welcome for the producers Artem Vasilyev and Andrei Savelyev.
I come from Ukrainian television 1+1. I heard that it was trying to get Sergei to Berlin, but he didn't get the visa. Are there any changes in your team when the crisis erupted? Were there any changes? On the 16th of November, we started with shooting the film. And on the 12th of March, we finalized shooting. And then we went to St. Petersburg to work there. Our team mainly consisted of Ukrainian colleagues. We really were suffering, all of us. Culture makes links. We had a common attitude. We didn't have any differences in our group, and we still continue to be friends. Our friendship still exists. These are our friends. And the next film will also be made, and we think that colleagues from Ukraine will be in the new film as well.
Silver Bear for the best script goes to Patricio Guzman. Please have a welcome for Patricio Guzman, El Botón de Nazar.
As far as this film is concerned, the Pearl Bottom, it was even more complex because the archipelago in Patagonia are huge, they are really big, overwhelming, and they have not really been explored, even less explored than the Amazonas region. There are thousands of islands, of canals, but there is nobody, absolutely nobody. The indigenous population hardly exists any longer, and you are there and you don't know what to do. First of all, I looked into the indigenous population, but this is not enough for a film that lasts for 90 minutes. And then I heard the story about Jimmy Button, an indigenous man who was bald and then brought to the UK. He was re-educated and then came back to Patagonia. He then spoke English, and he was no longer the same person. He was not able to get into society any longer. That was interesting. But then I found the end. We kind of come full circle. That is, a button was found close to tracks. It was a prisoner of Pinochet who was thrown in the sea. That is, to make documentaries is to bring things together that exist in reality.
The Silver Bear for the best actress. Please have a welcome Charlotte Rampling and the Silver Bear for the best actor. Please have a welcome for Tom Courtenay. Tom Courtenay, Charlotte Rampling, we are really honored and congratulate you very much to this Silver Bear. But we have to admit, without Andrew Haig, he won't be here. So maybe you have some words for him from here.
Who?
To Andrew.
The absent always lose out. Well, has Andrew got his bear? That's what I want to know.
Because
no. Well, I can give him mine.
Charlotte and I both have a bear, and Charlotte and I are pretty much the film. So in that sense, Andrew has a bear, because it's his film for sure.
Yeah, but I'm not giving my bear to Andrew.
No. So Silver Bear for the best director goes ex aequo to Rado Jude for Afarim.
When they called you, what was your reaction? What was your feeling?
Well, I had mixed feelings because I was in Romania and I'm afraid of flying, so there wasn't very pleasant for me to do this again, but finally I thought it's very, very important. I didn't know what the award was, and I'm very, very happy because I really hope that it will help the film to get distributed and to be seen more. I'm really, really happy. It's the award saying for best director, but I cannot take the award in my name. It's for them much more than it is for me. Yes.
So I said before ex aequo. So we have here the second Golden Bear for the Best Director. Please have a welcome for her film Buddy, Malgorzata Szmuzowska.
This is a movie about women, and this is a movie about the body. And is it a movie also about religion, a searching of new religion?
It's a movie about losing of religion, I would say so. I mean, nowadays, for example, in Poland, the Catholic Church doesn't have such an influence like before. And for the old generation, or even the people in my age, it's very hard to find a balance because they cannot find themselves out of religion and out of Catholic Church context. And probably they feel somehow lost. I wanted to picture in that movie also that situation. The people are going out of the church and they are trying to find another faith. It's a still moment of transformation in Poland, and maybe even, okay, it's 25 years, we are in a good economical situation, I would say so. At the same time, there is a still transformation going on. We celebrate 25 years of democracy, and it was like a few months ago, and I would say so that it sounds 25, it's a lot, but it's not a lot at the same time. And that's why Poland is a very interesting country, because it's a country of contradictions and extremely dynamic. For example, the young generation is so different than my generation or older generation. And to see all of these changes, it's a huge challenge for the filmmaker, for example.
So, Silver Bear, Alfred Bauer Prize for a feature film that opens new perspective. From Guatemala, Ishkanul, please have a welcome. Jairo Bustamante for the director, and the two actresses, Maria Mercedes Coroy and Maria Telon.
How much did you have to work to do such a lovely film?
Mucho, porque a lot. It was a lot of work because we simply said we don't have money, but we do have time. From that point onwards, we worked a lot so as to get prepared, so as to optimize everything. So as not to really encounter any surprises. There are always surprises, of course. We've tried to find positive surprises and not any negative ones. This is why we got prepared really very well, the actresses as well, by the way. It was a process during which I learned to cooperate, to work together with them, because they taught me things, not vice versa. We lived like a family, and even now after the film we do.
So, Silver Bear, grand prize of the jury. Please have a welcome for the director, Pablo Larraín El Club from Chile.
Do you think that using the term Latin America, or saying that your success is helping Latin American country in filmmaking, do you think maybe that using the term Latin America is reducing the weight of all these countries that are stretching out from North America to South America?
Oof. I can tell you that I don't think that any of the movies that are here because they're Latin American. I think the movies are here because they're good and they work. And that's what we do, and it's a lot of work. And I tell you, this is just not about you know, playing the Latin American guys that need help. I don't think so. I don't think no one in the programmers, not teacher, not the jury, would look at us with those eyes. I think they're just looking for good cinema. And I think what is really going on in Latin America is the movies are just getting better and better. That's the reality. That's what I think. And it's not an accident what happened today. And it's the result of people just learning how to make better movies. And I guess what's going on here is that the reality that we're showing now in this movie that it's just belonged to Chile is something that is very possible to extend to many, many countries. The hands of the church are everywhere. And it's a very large hand. And it could be very bright because there are people in the church that is very positive and uplifting and honorable. And it could be very dark because the church has been working throughout a very secret system for many, many years. Somebody asked me a few minutes ago, what did I think about the fact that the Golden Bear director was not being able to be here today. And that's because the authorities of his countries think he's dangerous. And all what he does is movies. He doesn't have a weapon. You know, his movies are just sharp, and they could go in a very deep place, enough to make the authorities consider that he's dangerous. So cinema can be actually, for some authorities, some systems, some powerful people, something that you could consider as something dangerous, and I think that's interesting. Even though it's a contradiction, because I would love to have him here. And I think his movie, I haven't seen it, it's about that also, that the fact that he cannot leave his country. Therefore, there's something to consider there. It's just movies sometimes can be really, really dangerous and striking and deep, and that is fascinating. When a movie can do that, you know, when a filmmaker is just being attacked by his authorities because he's talking about his reality. So there's something there that I would like to think about.
Yeah, thanks, Pablo, for your words.
Thank you.
As you know, the director of the Golden Bear isn't here this year, unfortunately, as you heard also by Pablo, as he said before. But we can offer to the photographs that we can post the Golden Bear for the picture here without him, if you like to. Yes, please.